5 Minutes with Paul is only available at rightnewsamerica.com. That's rightnewsamerica.com. Welcome to 5 Minutes with Paul, only on Right News America. I'm your host, of course, Paul Laramie, and I just want to thank you for tuning in. Without you guys, there wouldn't be a Right News America, there wouldn't be a 5 Minutes with Paul, and we wouldn't be able to keep bringing you the truth with hard-hitting facts day after day. So thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate you. You make all the difference, and you are the Truth Network. Anyway, today we're going to talk about some crazy stuff, guys. So the coronavirus, okay? The coronavirus has been deemed a disastrous virus, has been deemed a dangerous virus, has been deemed a destructive virus, even though less than 1% of the people that contract the coronavirus actually die from the coronavirus. Even with the inflated numbers, guess what? It's still this disastrous, dangerous virus. Okay, fine. I get it. So we got to wear masks. We got to social distance. We got to close businesses. We got to make sure that the economy comes to a halt. I mean, we're having so many economic problems. People have lost businesses. Families have lost homes. I mean, we've had 3 economic stimulus bills this already. In this one pandemic. I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime. It's crazy. So this virus is just a dangerous, disastrous virus. Whether we agree or disagree, this is how it's being treated throughout the world. Okay? So let's agree on that. We can agree on that, right? So if a government were responsible for releasing people who were infected with such a dangerous, disastrous disease into their own country, that would kind of be crazy, right? That would be disastrous and dangerous of that government. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. So that brings me to my point where 108 illegal aliens who were caught at the border were tested for COVID-19 and tested positive. These guys tested positive, folks, for COVID-19, 108 illegal immigrants. Now, forget the fact that these are illegal immigrants, that they came into our country illegally. Forget that. Go ahead, forget that. Forget that these people shouldn't be here in the first place, that the job of the Border Patrol should be to send them back to where they came from. That's not even the issue at hand. These people have COVID-19, have the virus that shut down the economy. But they were released freely into Texas. They were caught, they were recommended to go into quarantine, and they were released. These folks weren't quarantined. They weren't provided with medical attention. They weren't treated for the virus and then released when the virus, when they were A-OK and cleared of corona. That's not what happened, folks. They weren't treated and cleared and released. They were just released. They were tested positive, recommended that they go into quarantine, and released, free to travel throughout the United States of America to where you live, to where I live, to where we all live. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to say. And in a 5-minute period, that's not good, folks. I mean, we only have about a minute and a half left, and I'm at a loss for words. I can't believe that our government that claims that this virus, this virus is so dangerous. This virus is such a dangerous thing that we have to shut down the economy, that people had to lose their livelihoods, their jobs, that all over the world. But it's okay that 108 people go through the southern border of our country that happen to have COVID-19, this dangerous, devious virus that everybody's scared of, this huge disaster that destroyed our economy throughout the world, are released into Texas. Released. Now, a spokesperson from Brownsville did say on Wednesday that the 108 people that had COVID-19 represent about 6.3% of the illegal immigrants that they caught and released at the border. That's just another scary number. Okay, so 6.3%, that's a low percent of people that had the COVID-19 virus that were released. But that means that they only caught that 6.3% had COVID-19. That means they caught a lot more people. That means that immigration is becoming more and more of a problem, which is something that we'll have to talk about on our next show because we're out of time. But answer the question, folks. Is our government releasing people with COVID-19 into our country purposely? Are they just stupid? You decide. That's all the time I got, guys. Thanks for tuning in to 5 Minutes with Paul. I'm Paul Laramie. This is Right News America. RightNewsAmerica.com. Hey, folks, I'm Paul Laramie, your favorite show host from Right News America. Stay tuned for the Matt Anthony Show, the Johnny Bruce Show, the Max Vegas Current Events Show, and many more. Only at RightNewsAmerica.com. RightNewsAmerica.com. That's RightNewsAmerica.com.